Hello everybody, my name is Murphy Jenkins, and welcome to my Frisco and Cherokee narrow gauge railroad. This here is going to be part one of building an ore cart. In front of you here is the little cart I'm going to be working on. The cart is going to be a wooden V-dump skip car. It's a classical ore cart, and this one will have a wooden upper body and be able to dump side to side. The little railroad I'm working on here is 24-inch gauge. I've been working on this project for a couple years now. I've got about 100 foot of track here. I've got one other ore car, and I'm working on actually putting together a small locomotive. Now the cart in front of you I've been working on the last few hours. I've been getting the frame and wheels ready. Not everything is completely done on the underframe. I couldn't really film. A lot of it involved two hands, so I didn't really have free hand to film. And some of these carts get pretty heavy when you get working on them. The frame there is salvaged 3-inch channel. Cross beams there are just 2-inch by 2-inch angle iron, also salvaged. The wheels, though, on the front of the car, the brown wheels there, those actually came from a Craigslist ad. I got those for $10 and found those just up the road. The back wheels, however, they came from Charlie Licks, a good friend of mine, and he owns a 18-inch gauge railroad out in Betty, Nevada. He actually gave me these wheels after I posted pictures of the first wheels, and it's amazing that we found a matching set almost the other side of the country. My little line here is located here in Arkansas. It's located near Van Buren. The line is going to be a mix of narrow gauge mining style equipment and hopefully one day larger style main style equipment. But I'm giving it a backwoods Arkansas theme centered around the Frisco Railroad, which is my favorite line. The deck boards on the center there are 2x4 cedar. They've just been bolted inside the frame and they work as the mounting for the deck. You can see the bolt there in the very center of the car, and there's another one hiding underneath the decking back there. The wheels are actually held on with 1-inch all-thread axle running all the way through. I've got pipe wrapped around the axle there, which keeps the car from going out of gauge toward the middle. And I'm eventually going to drill straight through the 1-inch nuts on the end of the thread rod and insert some pins to keep the wheels from ever slipping out of gauge. On the end of the car here, we're going to be putting a bumper on. It is going to be a 4-inch thick bumper, solid cedar, and it's going to be about a foot tall. It's going to have a notch cut in it so we can put a Lincoln pin coupler in, and I'm working on actually making a little bit of sheet metal to wrap inside that coupler pocket so that way the wood doesn't wear away quick. The car will use the Lincoln pin style couplings and will hook on to our other car that we have here. I'll show it in just a second. But our Lincoln pin couplers have already been sourced. We are using some actual tractor link pins, and for the actual links themselves, we're actually forging some with our aluminum furnace, which can be seen over there. This here is our Bottom Dollar Mine Company number 47. This was the first 2-foot gauge railroad car I ever built. I built this entirely from scratch. I ordered wheels, and the rest of it I just picked up at Lowe's. The car here is complete. It does have a gate. It's just not on the car right now. We've been using it in maintenance away service trying to extend the railroad. For this car I decided to use some unique link hook couplings, which are just about the right height as the other car we're building, so should mix with their Lincoln pins just fine. Another purpose of this little car we're working on, the new ore car here, is we can also remove the skip and use it as a small flat car for transporting rails. Currently the line is using these little 12-pound per yard rail, but as you see over here we've got some much larger 30-pound and even some 25-pound rail we're going to intermix. Eventually we plan to have the main line run all the way across the back of the property back in there, and all the way down to that building you see over there, the cream colored building. That is a former fire station, 3-stall building, and it will then serve as the locomotive and engine house. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy what you see. Please leave any comments, and if getting into full-size railroading seems like something you're interested in, just follow the link on the description. We've got a Facebook group we started a few years ago, and it's become very popular, and you can learn quite a bit about private railroading in any gauge or size. Thank you all for watching.